Hello, my name is Francine from FT's The Heal Word, and I thought I'd share some information with you today concerning your wonderful subconscious mind and how it can help you just to achieve the things you need in your life and change those old patterns that you no longer require. So, at the moment, as a human species, we use our conscious mind mainly, and that's 10% of our whole brain. And what we do with our conscious mind, we use it for planning and for doing things like activities and keep going and finding ways to go from A to B. And so the conscious mind is very handy, but it's also, the conscious mind is what programs your subconscious mind, because everything that happens in the conscious mind then programs itself into the subconscious mind, a bit like a computer when you write up files on your computer and then those files go into the hard drive or they're stored away. Well, that's the same thing as your mind. So what we like to say is your hypnotherapy can actually tap into your higher power, and it's a tool to access that part of your mind to change those old patterns that you may have collected back when you were a child. And it may not have been experiences that you yourself went through, but it could have been because your subconscious mind takes on other people's experiences as well, as it focuses and learns from other people's behaviors and what it's taught. So it could be things that we've experienced personally or our friends around us as we watch what they go through and then experience those things and go, okay, I don't think I want to do that. Or it stores it away for future reference, so that you may actually be having a phobia that belonged to someone else and you don't realize that because that's part of your childhood when you were young. Maybe your mum got scared of a bug or something and that was stored in your subconscious mind, and now for some reason you can't understand why you're afraid of bugs. And so I just want to say that by resolving these suppressed memories, we can unleash the power of our mind in order to create the life we desire. And wouldn't that be wonderful to be able to just reprogram our unconscious mind or our hard drive by diving deep into their unconscious mind and reprogramming it. And that is something that is definitely possible if you just want to accept it and want to do it. So that's the main thing. It has to be something someone wants to do to create an outcome, like everything. So Viktor Frankl once said, when you're unable to change the situation, then you are challenged to change things within yourself. And in this same notion, I want to build something strong within you, so deeply and so secure that in any situation you are in, no matter how much fear and scarcity seems to be around the corner, you can get through with it with certainty. It's just a matter of reprogramming that hard drive. I mean, we're always on our computers anyway, but we don't actually focus on our own computers, which is really sad. And so it's all within your power to make a change, to make a difference in your life, and to create a new life that you will be happier in than the life you may not feel so content with by maybe changing some of your habits that you've taken on and can no longer change, and or you have a lot of difficult changing. So by following the path of new beginnings, tapping into your unconscious mind, you can prove to yourself that anything is possible. So I just want to tell you something about your unconscious mind so you can understand it a bit better. Basically, your conscious mind is the teacher. And so the unconscious mind is a bit like a child. It's always being childish and acting childish. And so When your conscious mind directs a command to your unconscious mind, like a teacher would to the classroom, well, your unconscious mind is probably busy having fun and not really listening, or only partly listening, or taking on something around it that it feels is more important to learn from. And what happens then is you can keep repeating yourself through your conscious mind, but your unconscious mind just isn't really listening, like having a classroom full of naughty children. But eventually, if you persist long enough and you find ways to get to that classroom full of naughty children, you can then help those children to see and focus on a project, and they can find ways to create a project that you are teaching them to do, just like you would teach your subconscious mind to change and create new programs. It's just all a matter of patience and time and effort by you working with your unconscious mind and making it happen. So when you hear people say, oh, I can't be hypnotized, that is totally wrong, because it's just a matter of time, patience, desire, and you will definitely see changes. Although sometimes I like to laugh at people that say that to me and say, well, that might be because it's mainly the intelligent people that can be hypnotized, but really anyone can be if they want to be. So, yeah, and, things like emotional eating, they may have came from an issue back in your childhood. Yeah, like I said, the fear of bugs. So the more we soak in to our psyche, like we do go into trance now. We can go into trance when we watch TV because our conscious mind turns off, or when we're driving. So if you have the news on, watching TV, and your conscious mind's gone quiet, then you're in your unconscious mind and you're actually being programmed. Just like when you're driving and listening to the radio, you're on autopilot, your conscious mind's gone quiet and you don't realize, but all of a sudden you're where you're meant to be. And you're like, well, how did I get here so fast? But in the meantime, you've had the radio on and that's been programming inside your head, into your unconscious mind as well. Because the unconscious mind can take in information at some crazy amount per second. I think it's like 30,000 different pieces of information per second, and stores it away. See, at any given moment, our subconscious mind processes, 5 million pieces of information per second. It's just like when you want to buy a red car and all of a sudden you see red cars everywhere. I mean, those red cars were already there, and your subconscious mind just put them away and never really took notice of them. But as soon as your conscious mind said, oh, I want a red car, then all of a sudden your subconscious mind starts showing you those red cars. So that's how good your subconscious mind is. It's a very clever piece of equipment that we don't know how to use because we were never taught in school, which is really sad, because we could have so much more in our lives that's positive and good for each other, just by having been taught techniques on how to use that beautiful piece of equipment that we have in our head. So how we use our unconscious mind is quite simple. We just go into a slight trance, and that trance is a trance that turns off your conscious mind, and we just make our way down to the unconscious level in an effortless relaxation. And you can also learn it if you want to learn languages and all sorts of wonderful things. So there's a lot that we haven't been taught to do with our unconscious mind. We tend to always try and learn with our conscious mind, and that's really, really sad, because our conscious mind can only take in information for 30 seconds, like I said, a phone number. And then that phone number that you've taken on in your conscious mind for 30 seconds and have probably forgotten, your unconscious mind will naturally just store it away for future use, and you may never use that phone number again or even bring it up. But if you're in a trance-like mode, and you wanted to bring that number up, you probably would remember what it was. So I want you to see yourself a better person. And you know you can do it. There's no, oh no, I can't be hypnotized. And I'm happy to show you how. I can help you through Zoom, and I can help you face to face, or even in a group therapy session. So if you're too scared to go it alone, it's always fun to do it in a group. So just contact me at any time, and I look forward to hearing from you.